Hello, guys. I am somewhat back. It's been a while. I've just been busy, focusing on stuff, focusing on the future, trying to make life more than just poker. But poker is life, so I'm back. So this morning we're going to be doing a little talk and play. Oh my God, we just flopped a set. How are we going to play this? The flop is pretty wet and dynamic, and this is one of my overbet flops. So let's start with an overbet. Targeting some King X. Next up we get Queens. What is going on? Yeah, so the goal of this session is to just really play until I get bored or until I reach $200. This guy is such a nit, the Willie B. Bop guy. He knows he's tight. Well, he's not that tight. He's playing 30% of hands. I am gonna get this recreational player in the button to go all in, and we'll see what Bob does. Ace King, a little flippy. Okay, 50-50, and we're out of there. All right. Yeah. Where was I? Yeah, let's have a nice session. Let's make some money. I always gotta preface this. I am no professional. I'm just a guy who targets recreational players. Okay, this hand here, I'm gonna call with a backdoor straight. I have ace high. And we check the river. Surprisingly, if he bets again on the river, I would have raised him. There's actually some merit to probably overbetting that river ourselves. If he had a good hand, he would have bet again. Alright, let's do our process, identify the players. Oh, we got that one. Alright, upper left hand corner playing 30 NL. We have Fully Realized, BBJ, who are playing a lot of hands, so I give them the yellow tag. We have this guy who's playing a lot of hands aggressively, so we gave him the somewhat orange tag. Means he's loose and aggressive. Upper right hand corner we have 100 NL. And we have blue for somewhat nitty players. Red means tight and aggressive. We got Fishmonger here playing 65% of hands, so he's gonna be loose and passive. And I'm gonna call this one backdoor straight, ace high. Lower left hand corner we're playing 10 and 0. We have Murph Dad playing 69% of hands. Gonna give him the yellow, and we're gonna isolate him to a big size, just doing what the hand wants to do. Then we have T-Van, same yellow, and we got Hit Me Hard playing 80% of hands. Gonna give him the yellowest tag as well. Lower right hand corner we have Low playing 44% of hands, Devin playing 47, and PSU Lion. What is PSU Lion doing? So far, PSU Lion has seemed to be aggressive, but is he loose aggressive or tight aggressive? I'm not sure yet. Let's keep an eye out on him. And then we got trying to fit in, who is tight and aggressive. Okay. All right, so over here we have queen high flush draw, ace high. We're gonna start out with a 1/3 c bet. Here we actually river to straight. Oops. Oh, my bad, guys. My bad. I'm getting used to this. I'm getting used to this. I'm getting used to this. We rivered a flush, and he decides to pot it. Honestly, when a guy is losing this bad, he's doing things wrong. And that means I think he could be probably potting it with a 9 high flush, 8 high flush. I beat a lot of flushes, I think, more than I lose to, so I'll just call. Ah, he had a nut flush. No problem, no problem. Alright, let's wait for a little hand here, shall we, boys? Let's wait for a little hand here. Okay, you can have it. I'm gonna fold my jack deuce. Alright. I'm gonna ISO Willie Bop. He folds a lot to continuation bets. And I would say that is a very nice flop. Let's focusing on that real quick. So he decides to donk into us for pot. Guys, when I say that this guy is somewhat nitty, I meant it. I wouldn't be surprised he has ace-5, ace-7, pocket 7s, pocket 5s here. And against that range, I literally have no fold equity. I'm just going to call. Now, he checks the turn, and normally I would stab here against anyone else, but I just want to realize my equity against him. He still has full houses here, surprisingly. And the snap bet on the river makes me just want to fold. Nice hand, sir. All right. Here we go. We got a nice hand here. We have top pair. I'm actually going to start with the overbet here on this flop. Bottom right, we're going to ISO with Jack 9 suited. Defend with Queen 3 suited against a loose player. Check. And he does a pretty big C bet, and we're going to get out of there. Defend with the King 10. I don't mind a check call here. Hand doesn't need that much protection. We're going to call. We have a top pair, backdoor straight. Check. Now, who's Brian? Brian is a loose passive player. Look at it just by definition. He's down nearly $7,000 in the hands I've seen. So obviously doing things wrong. I'm just gonna call, check, call, check, call. Turbo river. Based on the sizing, I would check call. Nice. He turned two pair, didn't value bet it. I'm going to 3-bet this hand against this aggressive player. He's playing too many hands, and oftentimes just a C-bet on the flop is enough to take it down. Calls, and I would say that's a pretty good flop for us and our range. We're going to start off with 1/3. I'm going to check this hand here. Doesn't need protection. And once again, he takes this very big size as a stab. Like, is this his default size? Well, he prefers a half pot size. So this big size is indicative of something else. So we're going to fold until we figure what that is. What is he betting with that size? Down below, facing this small bet, we're going to call. And it's like these two. Is there any merit in raising here? I like a call one more time and then raising the river if he bets small again. I expect the Recreation player to bet his 10x. And 7 should become very elastic. And he takes this size. I'm going to raise it. I think this Recreation player would have bet his 10x's when he rivered it, and I don't think he would take the size with a 10. Top right, we have a combo draw, and we miss against Billy Bob. It's just when he takes a pot-sized bet, I just don't feel like I have much fold equity, and if I would have to go really big, which makes me feel like this spot's very good for value and not so much for a bluff. So we're gonna check and check fold. Maybe that's the only hand that we could have gotten him to fold. Okay. This hand is able to extract some value. I don't want to check raise it, so I'm going to lead out here with a nice donk bet, and the one-liner comes on the turn. Nice. Okay, how are we going to do this? Well, we're going to go in check call mode. And that is a beautiful river. When he doesn't bet the turn, I think he has a lot of Jack X, which will call a big bet, but will not call a check raise. So we're going to go for pot here, targeting his Queen X and Jack X. He had King. Did he have King 5? Oh, he had a straight that he didn't bet on the turn. And I'm actually going to call this guy's half pot bet. It's a very over bluff size. I feel like, did we give him room to bluff? On the river we did. I would expect a quicker bet if he had the straight though. So we'll call. Nice hand. fold. Ace queen, nice. Not nice. Six deuce to a min raise. I'm gonna call. Not much on this flop. Not much on the turn. Alright, we're gonna let it go. Alright, we have king 10 of diamonds. We're gonna call this 3-bet. He's a somewhat regular. See what he does. And he bets pot over pot. We're just gonna let this one go. Ooh. Next hand we get blessed with ace king. This guy min clicks us, which is kind of scary, but we're still gonna re-raise and call it off with our ace king suited. And the reg just calls the min click. We're gonna do what our hand wants to do and raise really, really big. Against like regs, well, I guess I wouldn't be in this position against regs because they would have used a proper 3-bet size, and I would have like min 4-bet. But against a fish who I'm targeting, I am gonna take the size. Fishmonger calls and Brian calls, and we get blessed with a pretty good flop here. I think our hand is pretty vulnerable. There's straight draws, flush draws possible. And so we don't want to slow down here. They still have a lot of king X's. Flush draws I will call. Let's put it in. 9-8. Oh man. Running bad. Alright. And 9-8 would put it in as well. Fish are not folding 9-8 suited in a 4-bet pot, guys. They're not doing it. Nor are they folding 10s. We're near 3 overcards. This guy is opening too many hands, 29%. King 10 is a fine hand to 3-bet. just assume like he's on the button or something. We're gonna see bet. Turn. Didn't pick up much equity. Didn't pick up any equity at all. We're gonna check. And river, he has a very wide range, and I think all of his made hands would have bet the turn. We're gonna shove this one in here in to fold out all of his ace highs. Queen jack, nice. Ace high flops, we have an overbet or check strategy.